Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm Jay Cartere, and in this video, I'm going to be discussing my thoughts. And I'm kind of going to be doing a little bit of a review on the Division beta. So I'm just going to be telling you what I think so far and all that sort of stuff. So let's get into it. When the Division was first announced, I wasn't excited or hyped up or anything. Like, I totally didn't care about it at all because I didn't have a clue what it was. I didn't see any footage or anything like that. I just knew it was another Tom Clancy shooter, and I didn't really care about Ghost Recon or anything like that anymore. So I just thought it was going to be something in the same vein as that. And then after learning that it was a tactical shooter RPG that was kind of like an MMO, I got a little excited, but I wasn't like over the top excited like I was for The Witcher 3 or anything like that. Because I like RPGs, I thought it'd be really interesting to see in a third person tactical shooter. I also watched some gameplay videos on YouTube and stuff, and it looked like the shooting had no impact whatsoever. Like, it just looked, I don't know, it looked like the shooting was very arcadey. But when you start up the beta, you get to select a random male or female character. I saw some trailers of the customization, and that didn't look like it was very deep either. So in the beta, it wasn't very deep. In the trailers, it wasn't very deep. So I'm guessing in the full game, the customization isn't going to be very deep. So if that is the kind of game that you guys like, and you're trying to find a deep RPG with great customizable features, then I don't know, this probably isn't the game for you. But if you like Destiny though, then this probably will be for you, especially if you got friends to play with and stuff like that. So the MMO aspect is very similar to Destiny. You can run into people around the map and then invite them to your group to team up and stuff like that. You can also have up to 4 people in your group. But from my time playing, it seems like anyone on my friends list shared the same world as me. So I think that is a great addition to the game. Like, to be able to look on a map and see where all my friends are, and to like be able to run over to them and invite them to my group or see what they're doing and team up with them. That's a very I don't know, that's a very cool feature, and I've never seen that in the game before, so I'm excited for that. That's a plus that I'll give to the Division. You can also teleport to players using the map by using the fast travel system, but you can't actually teleport while you're in the dark zone, so that was a bit annoying when like I got separated from our group and they were like far away doing something else and I couldn't actually teleport to them. That was a bit of an annoyance, but I guess I can kind of understand where they're coming from. Like, when you die in the dark zone, it should feel like a punishment. It should be like a harder place, so I guess they want to have like no checkpoints and no easy travel, so it feels more like survival heavy, maybe. But yeah, the dark zone is really fun, but we'll get to that later. So there are also matchmaking options if you're playing alone that will help you find a group for missions, side missions, or dark zone adventuring. I used the matchmaking system to get into the only main mission available in the beta, and that worked pretty well. I was matched up with 2 other guys and we completed the mission, and then I don't know if people are actually using the voice chat or anything because I played while streaming, but voice chat is almost mythological on PS4 anyways. Like, no one uses it. But with that being said, having a group of friends you can play with will make this game 10 times better, especially if you're like communicating on voice chat and being tactical and all that sort of shit. The solo experience was alright, but the matchmaking option saved it. The fact that you can find a team of random players out there in the world makes playing alone a lot less boring. In Destiny, like I basically played that whole thing alone, and I think it was meant for you to play with friends and stuff like that, so it was really boring. So I'm hoping it doesn't seem like that problem is going to affect the Division as much because of the matchmaking options, so I'm happy about that. If you don't team up with random people or use the matchmaking options, then I think this game will get tedious very quickly. The side missions are very repetitive and adhere to the same template structure like most Ubisoft games. It's like go here, kill guys, and then there was another one like it was go here, kill guys, find the key, rescue hostages, and then there was another one that said go here, kill these guys, protect your allies from reinforcements, and then there's a fourth one which was like go here, kill guys, and activate these virus beacon things. It didn't have a lot of variety, but it is a beta, so I cannot say that that's what's going to come in the full game. We got to remember that it is a beta, so maybe they'll have loads of different types of missions, but I don't know. From my experience with Ubisoft and all their side missions, especially Watch Dogs, oh my god, that was hilarious. It was hilariously terrible. Like, you will do different side missions, yeah, And each time when you first do it, it was very interesting. You go do whatever, like go like research one guy and then find him committing a crime around the corner or something and go prevent a crime. And then like the second time you do it, it's exactly the same. Third time you do it, it's exactly the same. But then there was an unlock tree or something that was like 10 missions long. So I thought when I finished the 9th mission and done the 10th mission, it was gonna be like really sick. Like, there was gonna give me a cutscene. It was gonna be a different type of mission. And then I done it, and it was the exact same thing. There was no cutscene, and it was over. And I was like, oh my god, Ubisoft, is this what you're giving me? So I think that type of thing might apply here, so I think you guys should be a bit wary. But there was one interesting side mission which involved activating some beacon kind of things that allowed you to view into the past, and then you use this to investigate what happened to someone. And although it seemed interesting at first, all it really boiled down to was go here, watch this past event, repeat, kill some guys, repeat. Like, it wasn't really that deep, but I don't know. There might be a little more variation, but it seems like this game is really grindy, and I'm not really into grindy games like that. And I don't think playing grindy games like this by yourself will work. So I really suggest getting this game if you got some friends. It seems really fun with friends, especially in the Dark Zone. But let's get on to gunplay. So the gunplay is mediocre. It's nothing to write home about, but it is serviceable. I'm assuming you'll always be finding new guns and changing your old ones out, kind of like Borderlands, but less, I don't know, less extensive, because this is a loot hunter, but I don't think there's as much loot as could be. Like, I wish that every enemy would drop like a different type of gun with some different attachments and shit like that. But it seems like everyone's just dropping like the same kind of, I don't know. Maybe I didn't play the beta for long enough to see any super wild weapons or anything. But yeah, it's not, the loot drops aren't as frequent as something like Borderlands, but it seems way more frequent than something like Destiny, so it's kind of in the middle there. And the only types of guns I found were like assault rifles, SMGs, shotguns, and pistols. I don't even know if there's any sniper rifles or anything, but we'll see in the full game. Let's get on to the RPG elements. The RPG elements are okay. The gun customization is pretty straightforward. You generally have I think there's like 5 slots. There's like 3 on the bottom, 2 on the top, to place gun mods on your weapon, like on the muzzle, the underbarrel, and like scopes. And I think there's a magazine mod as well, so I think you might be able to get extended mag. So that's basically the gun customization. The character customization was very limited, but this is a beta. Overall, it seems as though this is a casual RPG. Don't expect it to be as in-depth as something like Fallout or The Witcher 3. Like, it's definitely not like that. All the available skills in the beta were useful and fun. You have 3 skill trees that you can pick 2 skills from at any time. Medical, tech, and security, which is like medic, scout, and tank, basically. The way to unlock these skills is a bit worrying though, because each side mission rewards you with resources for a specific skill tree. So you have to complete side missions to get enough resources to upgrade the wing of your base that relates to that skill tree. For example, the medical wing, the security ring, and etc. Then after you upgrade that wing, new skills become available. So this worries me, because I wish game developers would stick to the formula of leveling up gives you a skill point. Like, that is the way I think things should be done, because Just Cause 3 had a similar system to this. You had to complete side missions in order to unlock upgraded skills, and those side missions got really, really boring really quickly, because you were just repeating the same ones again and again. And as I said before, Ubisoft are notorious for their padding, like loads of missions that are essentially the same in order to make the game seem bigger than it is. So if you like grinding and doing the same thing over and over again, then this will be fine for you. But as I said before, I hate this sort of stuff, and that's why I got bored of Destiny real quick. Repeating the same mission over and over again just annoys me. So I'm really hoping that they change this upgrade skill system. If it can just be level up, get a skill point, then that'll be much better, because I don't think doing these side missions over and over again will be fun. But I guess doing it with your friends will be okay, because it's like, when you're playing with your friends, it's not that deep that you're doing the same thing over and over again, because it's like you got a bunch of friends that you're having fun with. So Yeah, if you're playing this solo, then that is something to worry about, though. But let's get on to the Dark Zone now. The Dark Zone was sick. Dark Zone is dangerous for any solo players because you'll be targeted and murdered by people in groups, and then they'll rob your fresh corpse. So be careful out there, yeah? When I first entered the Dark Zone, I didn't have a lot of fun. Like, it wasn't cool. I kept finding loot cases that were way too high a level for me to even look inside. You level up in the Dark Zone separately than you level out in the normal world, which is weird, but I'll go with it. The purpose of the Dark Zone is to venture out and find loot. Then when you have this loot, however, you can't just equip it and start going crazy. You need to head to an extraction point, shoot a flare, and then wait about a minute and a half for a helicopter to come and pick up your contaminated gear. And then after that, you have to go collect it back at the main base. It's a bit of a long process, but it does make the Dark Zone a very tense place to be because you have to complete all these steps before you can get this gear. And if you die out there with the gear, they'll just, like, people will just rob it off you, so you have to be on your toes. When you head to the extraction point, though, that is the worst. You have to be prepared for all the bottom feeders that just hear the dinner bell ring. Because they're out here. They're out here ready to scope guys and steal their shit. People who shoot other players unprovoked are marked as rogue players, though, and this puts a bounty on your head and makes it so you'll lose more currency and items and that sort of stuff when you die. It's a bit of a risk-reward system. You can go around shooting up people and being a bad guy, but if you get killed while doing that, then you'll lose way more than you would have lost if you were just keeping it cool and just got murdered by a bad guy. So yeah, that's interesting. The Dark Zone is super tense and fun as fuck when you're with a group of players. When you're by yourself, it's pretty much a massacre, so like, keep that in mind. When I started out in the Dark Zone, I was like a lost puppy trying to find my way. Then about a half an hour later, I was the leader of a pack of wolves and we preyed on the weak, unfortunate and brave. We were out here. That was definitely my favourite part of the beta, as I basically like PvP games more than like PvE games because I like to shoot other people. Because it's just, I like the human element in it. Like, people, like the thought of I outsmarted that guy to get the kill is better to me than, okay, I'm just playing through the game, I killed the AI. So yeah, I don't know if the Dark Zone will have longevity though, because I need to see how many different weapons and types of loot are available in the full game. So we'll see then. But overall, the Division beta was okay. If you don't see anything else you like coming out in March, then go ahead and pick it up. But bear in mind the fact that it will probably become repetitive and grindy. If you're playing solo, the matchmaking support makes it so you can find other players to team up with, so that's all good. And if you want to play totally solo though, without teaming up with anyone, I'd say leave this game alone because it will definitely get really boring. If you have friends to play with, then this seems like a great game to have co-op fun and terrorize other players in. Also, I remember one time when it was in the Dark Zone, I was with my group here, and we saw one lone guy by himself here, and he came up to us, and I think we were extracting our loot or something, and he surrendered. So we looked at him, and I was thinking, you know what? Let's just put a bullet in her. Then I just shot him. The hunted had become the hunter. Like, in the beginning of the Dark Zone, I was getting shot at like by groups and shit. And then I saw this guy like fucking surrendering and shit. And I was like, no, we are the bad guys now. And then we murdered him. And he didn't even have any loot on him. So it really wasn't necessary. But it was a hilarious moment. And those are the type of moments that you can be having with your friends in this game. So if I was going to give this beta number rating, I'd give it a 6. It's all right, but if I didn't make YouTube videos, I wouldn't even consider buying it at full price. Like, totally not at all. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please give me a like and subscribe. Please, if you played the beta, leave your comments and thoughts below. I want to have a discussion with you guys. I want to hear what you guys thought. If you didn't play the beta, tell me how you feel about the Division through like the gameplay and reviews that you've been seeing. What do you think about it? Are you gonna get it? And you can also follow me on Twitter. I always post when I got a new video or I'm streaming. The social links are down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. It's been a cold winter and it's lasted far too long.
I'll share with you.